Starting week 7 of the fall season, and hopefully a drier week as we're talking all things Mariemont Warriors with AD Tom Nerl. Coach, how are we doing this morning?
Doing well, Rob. Thank you. Hope everyone's well out there. What a crazy weekend with the weather. Wow, to get all that on Friday and Saturday, and then follow up today. But looks like we're on track. We kept power over here. Prayers for all those people that got wiped out in the south, but also people in our area here. Just a lot of trees down in the villages here, and a lot of power outages. So no one that we heard was hurt, but just what they're going through the south is just crazy. If you've ever been in Asheville or Chimney Rock or any of those places for an extended period of time, just crazy what happened down there.
Yeah, to see some of the video and everything that
Oh
they're
my God.
showing. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
When you drive through there, you feel like you're part of Jurassic Park filming with the mountains so tall, and you just always wonder what it's like when they get a ton of rain. And boy, it just I think I saw on the Weather Channel this morning that they're kind of cut off. Most of the roads are washed out. They don't have any power or cell service. I mean, it's just terrible.
Yeah, they had one guy with a helicopter was buying Starlink units and just place them in different small towns so people can at least try to get cell service. So, but yeah, they're cut off because look like a town like Gatlinburg, you got one way in, one way out, and so you're just at the mercy of people getting through. So good luck and prayers to them.
Yeah, amen to that, Tom. Amen to that. So you guys didn't lose any. Nothing got canceled at Mariemont Friday or Saturday, right? You were able to get everything in.
Yeah, we are good to go. Internet went down at school for a little while. Down the street, I know a lot of trees down in the village. Chestnut Street got hit hard, but we stayed up, and around 6 o'clock, the rains let up, the winds died down, and it was actually a beautiful night for football. Some good sunsets there. Result wasn't what we wanted, but then soccer the next day, playing through the rain. It was soggy, but it was playable. So we were really fortunate. We're talking about getting games in with everything else that's going on. So just fortunate to get it in, and an overall good weekend.
Yeah, sounds great. Well, let's get started talking about your sports teams. Give
Yep.
everybody an update on what's going on. Let's start with cross country. Was the Centerville Invitational? Were they able to have the meet on
Yeah,
Saturday?
they had it. Talking about, we were talking in our booster meeting last week about how hard it is on everybody. Yeah, and the runners, they had the heat last weekend, and then the ground is so hard on these tracks, and just trying to plow through. And then really, if you're not in the front on those races earlier, you're probably in everyone else's dust. But that Centerville meet is a huge meet, and they run it under the lights up at Centerville. So yeah, they did get that in. Jonathan Hester for the boys finished. I think he finished 13th, and then Boom Pillman, Eli Ching, and Joe Pettifer. I think we're all in the top 60. So some different names popping in the top there for the boys, and so that was good to see. And then but it was a long night. I think Coach figured from the time they left here till the time they get back would be like 8 hours. So it was a long night for them. The girls as a team finished eighth in their division. I think they have like four divisions of races. Uh, Caroline Buck, I believe, was 24th, Mary McIntosh 30th, and Maria Mavrodoglu 35th. So it would be in the pack right there, running together. But a good race for them. Haven't heard how soggy the conditions were up there, but Centerville has a big complex, and so I can only imagine they were slogging along pretty good, especially when you get to race number 6, 7, and 8. I
Sure.
bet the ground was broken in pretty well, but a good showing for our cross country runners, and I believe they're at New Richmond this weekend. One final tune up before the CHL championships.
Tom, do the both cross country boys and girls, do they like running in those huge invitationals to see where they stack up with other teams around the state? Is that fun? I'm just curious the feedback you get from the coach.
Yeah, yeah, they do. Well, Mason is a big meet as well, and Mason has some different things on their track as well. And then and this Centerville meet is more like a festival than anything else. So, yeah, I think it's good. Just and then to run against different teams. you're here in the city and you pretty much run against the CHL and everyone else who's at those meets. And you still see them at the bigger meets, but it's just good to see, where you stack up, especially with our top runners. They want to see who they're going to be going up against in a couple of weeks at districts and at regionals. So to get out there is a good way to judge where they are for their season.
Yeah, that's great. Well,
Yeah.
good luck to them as I think they have one more invitational. It shows here Milford before the CHL championships. Good luck to them, both boys and girls. And let's go to the links and let's talk boys and girls golf.
Yeah. Yeah. Boys and girls golf, they're going to jump into the districts this week. So the rain is going to make my chair sliding out. The rain's gone away, so that's softened up the courses. Just watching it last week, getting that little bit of rain early on, just how much the courses change. The balls start to plug and everything else. But they are both in the district tournament this week. The boys on Tuesday, the girls on Wednesday. Both tournaments are Pipestone, up around the Centerville area. And they're feeling pretty good about things. The boys, some really good scores last week to take the runner-up post in the sectional tournament. The girls finished third with a good outing, some nice scores, a lot of scores in the 80s, along with our leaderboard. And so it's exciting. Last year, both teams missed the cut to go to state, I think by 3 strokes on both sides. And so they're playing good golf right now. Another good day. The course is going to be in great shape. They were out tuning it up over the weekend up there. So really hoping they can make the cut this year and get to state. It would be a lot of fun.
Wow, that's exciting. And I guess I would assume this rain, I'm sure the courses could certainly have handled the water, right? I mean, they
Mhm.
certainly needed it. So I'm sure they're going to be in great shape this week.
Yeah, yeah, they will be. Just the girls playing through the rain last week down at Reeves, just a difference a week made on that course, just greening up and everything else. And then the boys over at the Mill course, just a little bit of rain goes a long way in those courses, and really changed not the style of play, but just the way their balls are playing because you're not getting that extra 50 yards on a dry course. So yeah, tomorrow will be a good day to attack the greens. I'm sure the balls will stick a little bit better and hopefully get both teams onto the state.
And that was exciting that the Goodyear blimp was down at Reeves, covering the girls down. That was fantastic.
See that? Great coverage.
Oh, that made me chuckle.
People don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, so the blimp was in for the Bengals game on Monday night, that beautiful expedition they put on. And so when the girls went out the next day to golf, the blimp is still moored down at Lunkin. So that was one of the tweets we sent out about, oh, we got aerial coverage today
the
provided by
greatest.
good.
Oh, that's so good. All right, good luck to them, and let's go to the pitch. We'll talk boys and girls soccer. We'll start off with boys. What a season they're having, Tom.
Yeah, they really are. We talked last week. After going 1-2-1, they've put 9 wins on the board since then. A really good win over Wyoming last week, dominating win over Wyoming. So a 3-1 win there, and then with Oakwood on Saturday. Oakwood's always a physical game. It's always a closely matched game with Oakwood, and we scored all 4 goals, 3 for us and or all 5 goals, 4 for us and 1 for them, on a deflection, on a wet day. Just rained the whole game, but the
Right.
boys are really playing well. They found the secret. They've got different guys assisting each other and just finding that scoring. That scoring key. And so not really a slow week this week, but they've got Deer Park at home tomorrow, and I
Hey,
believe that's
Christian.
night. Yeah, and then with Northwest, and then Dayton Christian on Saturday up there. And that'll be an early game with it being homecoming week. But yeah, the records go into the online portal this week for the tournament draw, and the draw will be on Sunday. So we'll know Monday where we're going and who we have when it comes time for the tournament. It's as we were talking before we went on the air here. It got late early because it's week 7 of football, and we're talking about tournament draws for soccer. But a really good run that they've put together, and the girls have done so as well.
Let's good luck to them as they wind the regular season down. Let's go to the girls' side. 9-1-2, having having a great season as well. They have two matches this week on the schedule, and then I'm guessing tournament draw is the same time as the boys. I'm
Yeah.
guessing, and
Yeah.
we're almost in tournament time.
Yeah, a challenging game with Wyoming last week. We had the emotional game with Madera the week before with a tie. So we came out, and Wyoming had to plan for us, and we're down 1-0, and then we're down 2-1, and then the girls just took over and took over the game from there. Just a really exciting win with Wyoming last week. Went up to Hamilton Baden to Spooky Nook on Saturday. Took an 0-2 loss to the Rams. The Rams are always a formidable opponent, being division higher. It's a physical game. It's a good game for us to see. And so we take our trip through the GGCL or the GCL with the Rams last Saturday. We'll go to McNick or we'll host McNick this Saturday at 10 at 9 and 11, I believe, because of the homecoming games. Yeah, and in the meantime, we have Deer Park on Wednesday. So they are. We talked stats last week. They're having a really good season as well, and they're fun to watch because all of a sudden, boom, they hit the switch and they go. And looking for a really good tournament draw. Division 4 in soccer, it's going to be brutal both sides, but it's going to be really brutal with the girls.
Mhm.
Just trying to get out of here. So all of our friends from the CHL, Wyoming, Indian Hill. I think Summit's in there as well with us. That Division 4 district bracket is just going to be a grind. So survive and move on from that. We'll see where the draw puts us on Sunday, and then get a great draw for the girls. We'll finish the season up next week. So I'm really looking for a good draw for both our soccer teams.
Isn't it great, Tom, that your league play gets you for boys and girls soccer gets you ready for tournament? It's not always that way in other sports, and probably even soccer some years. But your league play is some of the best opponents that you can face all year.
Yeah, we believe we have a really good schedule to prep us for the postseason, but it's a grind, and like you said, you survive them in the regular season, and to have to face a team twice, it's difficult, but it preps us well, and sooner or later we're going to see some of the same characters. But it's a good strong league. We always thought it was a good small school league, and it preps us well, not only in soccer, but you'll see that in all the sports: baseball,
Yep,
basketball,
it's great.
swimming. All you see that across the board.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Best of luck to both boys and girls soccer this week as they wind down the regular season. Let's go over to the hard court. And well,
Yeah.
your fall sports teams are just having a great season this year. Girls currently, I have them on the schedule at 14-2. Things are
Mhm.
winding down on the regular season and getting ready for tournament play, Tom.
Yeah, they're going to open the tournament tomorrow at Princeton High School.
Nice
The
courts.
girls will. Yeah, yeah, and Lucy Glassmeyer, Katie Whitmore, two seniors on the team, are having great seasons. A great week for the girls last week. An exciting win. It was 2-2 after the doubles and the two singles matches, and Lucy Glassmeyer, and I think she had almost a 3-hour match with her girl, and they take the win there. And then Chaminade Julienne comes down on Thursday for senior day, a fun senior day with that. And we escape with a win there, Chaminade being the top team out of Dayton. So really good run for girls tennis teams, and rained out on Friday with Milford, but back at it tomorrow at Princeton. So looking to see if we can get a doubles team and maybe a few more advancing to the districts the following week. But always a fun time of the year, and it looks like we're going to have decent weather for a
Yeah,
sectional. A lot of times we go in the sectional and it's time for sweatpants and sweatshirts, but it looks like it's going to be a great day for it for tennis and golf tomorrow.
yeah. Good luck to them. It's going to be, I think, about 8 days of really great weather. So good
Yeah.
luck to them, and hopefully they get some victories. Let's go to the inside. Let's talk girls volleyball. They've got a tough week ahead with hosting Madeira on Tuesday and then traveling to always tough Wyoming on Wednesday. But the girls they've hung with it this year. I know we talked many times about how they're young and they're just getting
Mhm.
better each match, and it sure looks that way. And excited to see what happens in the tournament for them.
Yeah, we are. Along with the games that you mentioned, we have Batavia at home. So Batavia being a bigger school out of bigger division, they'll be coming in tonight. But three in a row. We've got the holiday on Thursdays or on Friday, so everything gets moved back, and so they're going to play three in a row. So Batavia home tonight, Madera. We faced them early on without good results. We think we've gotten better since then. So that'll be a good gauge. And then traveling over to Wyoming on Wednesday. They're putting things together, and so it'd be nice to get a couple wins earlier in the week, add that to our resume for the tournament draw, and then next week we'll wrap it up with Deer Park and Reading. But a good season for the girls. The senior leadership is kicking in. They're doing a great job under the new head coach Katie Davis.
Yeah, it's great. Good luck to them this week and as they get closer to tournaments. And we held football till last because it's homecoming week, and
Homecoming.
we thought we'd boy, a tough one on Friday because I know Taylor's really strong this year, and they just 7-0. Let's talk a little bit about the game. Let's talk about homecoming events and get
Sure.
everybody ready for a big week at Mariemont High School.
Yeah, as Taylor going through a lot of adversity last week with that train car leak down there, and their sports going to shut down.
Oh,
Their
didn't
school's
even
going to
think of
shut
that.
down for a couple of days, and they were fortunate. They had some neighboring schools help out and get the games in down there. But yeah, coming out here and then having the weather, and yeah, they're having a good season. 28-14 game to Wyoming the week before. They're putting up some points. They're having a good run of it right now. Defense came and defense had the plan, shut them down all game. Taylor, they got the receiver who's really good right now. He's a junior, and he has one-handed catch in the end zone for the score. Probably if you back the film up two plays before that, a little bit of a controversial call. We thought we had a pick. We thought we had came down with it. The Taylor receiver came out with it. The game's on ICRC. We'll just leave it at that. You turn around the other way. They don't get that score there. Just
Sure.
couldn't get anything going until offensively till late in the third quarter and moved in the drive. Fizzled out, but it's 7-0 win. It's a moral win. Yeah, moral victory. We've had plenty of those this year, so now we need some real victories.
Sure.
But yeah, it's just a good effort by the boys, and the offense is still, working to figure things out. And we will. And it's Madera week, so it's always a big week. It's a rivalry week for us. It's also the Skyline Showdown game of the week this week. So a lot of activities going on. They'll be out here today to talk with coach and a couple of the players. Wednesday will be the tailgate party at Fairfax Skyline from 6 to 8. Always some good giveaways. The band will be there. The cheerleaders will be there as well. And we'll invite everyone to come out. 20% of the sales that night will come back to the athletic department. So we'd appreciate your support with that. But it's a fun week. And with a wet weekend, kind of hard for everyone to get started on building the floats. We still have floats in our homecoming parade. But I'm sure they'll be ready by Friday. The parade kicks off at 5:30 at Mariemont Elementary. It crosses over Wooster Pike, goes back along Miami Bluff through the village, and then comes down Hiawatha here, the twin streets that lead into the high school. So plenty of activities. It's a fun week for the kids. I think it's Western Day today. It's country versus country club some other day. So USA Day is always a popular one. So they dress up during the week. We'll
That's fun.
cap it with a pep rally on Friday and hopefully turn our fortunes around a little bit. Still got time to make some hay here. A couple wins down the stretch. We can get back into playoff hunt real quick. Be a good way to finish out the season in the last four games.
And as always, fans can get tickets at MariemontSports.com for
Yes.
the game Friday, 7 o'clock against the Mustangs. Looks like it's going to be great weather, 80 degrees and sunny, which will be very nice and welcomed by everybody. Tom, as always, thank you, and good luck to all your teams this week. Continued success, and we'll touch base next Monday.
Sounds good. Thanks, Rob. Good luck, everybody. We'll see you at the game on Friday. See you at all the games this week. Take care.